Staying healthy, top of mind for a lot of people right now. Some people are turning to immunity-boosting ingredients for added support, and this includes food fermentation. So to tell us more about the benefits and the easy steps to ferment at home, we have registered dietitian Shazadi Devji with us this morning. Good to have you back with us.
Good morning, Anne-Marie. How are you?
I am doing great, and I'm so curious to find out from you, what are the benefits of fermentation?
Absolutely. So, fermentation is an ancient form of food preservation. And, the research that links the health benefits to fermented foods is because they're also a source of probiotics, which help to boost that healthy bacteria in our gut, creating that protective barrier against germs and viruses. And, we know research, there's links with the benefits of probiotic foods to a healthy immunity and to promote digestion. But what's particularly interesting is the link between our guts and our brain. Fermented foods have shown, research has indicated benefits for mood, cognition, and even mental health. So I guess what we're saying is when there's disruption here, there's likely to be disruption here. So fermented foods are fantastic to enjoy every day.
There's more and more science being put out about, that expression that you feel it in your gut. Well, it's true, linked to mood, as you said, and into brain health as well. There are some specific vegetables that are great for fermentation. Which ones?
Absolutely. So I find particularly the stronger, sturdier vegetables work really well. So I'm doing a mix recipe here with some carrots and some French long beans, some radishes and some cauliflower. Now, it's up to you how you prepare these. You could chop them, grate them, leave them whole. It's nice to have variety. What's important is to make sure that they're washed in unchlorinated water, because chlorine will kill those healthy bacteria. And of course, we want those to flourish. So here in our jar, we're adding all of our mixed vegetables in. It's important to put perhaps some of the lighter ones at the bottom so that they don't float to the top. We want them to submerge. And our jar is nice and clean. I'm typically using a glass Mason 2-quart jar here, and it's important that it's sterilized as well. So I've set mine in the oven for about 15 minutes at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. So when it comes to our brine, which is the key aspect, salt water, I'm not using a starter kit, no fancy business going on here. It's simply just some salt here, sea salt. What's important again here, same with the water, that your salt doesn't contain any anti-caking agents or any iodine, because that will inhibit your fermentation. So we're adding 2 tablespoons of salt to our water to create the brine. You want to take your time here to make sure that the salt is nicely mixed. So here's a batch that I have ready to go, and I'm pouring that carefully into my mixed vegetables and making a little bit of a mess. So you want to make sure that your vegetables are nice and submerged, because when they are in that water, they are in an oxygen-free environment. And that's really it. Lid on, and you would let that sit on your worktop for about 2 to 3 days and let that magic happen. It's important that you label your jar with the date with when you started fermentation rather than winging it. So here's one that we did on Friday. You might have caught the Your Morning story where we showed you that we were preparing this one. And the best way to know whether fermentation is successful is really to trust your senses. See, I don't know whether you can see this here, but there are some bubbles and some magic happening in our jar. And if I was to open this, there's a bit of pressure here. Yeah. You can see the sizzle and the pop. And I'm getting this tangy, vinegary aroma coming through. Now, if I was to taste them, but with one of my vegetables would taste nice and tart and crispy. So when you know that it's done for about 3 to 5 days, you would put it in your fridge and it lasts for a month or so. So great way to enjoy vegetables with added benefits.
I love that you showed us how to do this. This is all over my Instagram feed these days, so it's great to have you here live to show us how to do it. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.